This is another sketchbook tour. I'm almost done with my old sketchbooks. I only have this one and one more to go after this. And so I want to show you what I got in here. This was, I'm going in order, so this was somewhat more recent. I think I had this possibly when I was on my mission in Latvia. I think this is a depiction of myself, all bundled up in the cold in northeastern Europe. And right here, this is a face. What's this? I'm not sure whose face that is. It kind of reminds me of one of the sister missionaries that were there. That was there. I really love this one. 2006. Yeah, 2006. I drew this one. I called it Mig's Knock because it meant that I was getting sleepy, right? This figure, I just love how it does two things. It has a very feminine look because there's some stretching going on, and I don't know if this is supposed to be reclined or what, but it's so minimal. There is no mouth. There are no eyes necessarily. There's definitely no fingers, and the hair and the dark shading under different parts of the hair, it just looks so delightfully minimal. Could not ask for more in such a minimal drawing that just does not let itself complete. Couldn't do it any better than that. My friend Spence, as I call him, Shells, Shellinch, posing for me, not necessarily, but playing his guitar, so captive muse here. He slept on the ground, I slept up here, and in the bed up here, there was a big bottle of orange Fanta soda, and yeah, boy, I wish I could have caught his webbed toes in this image right here, but it doesn't necessarily look like him, but it's fun to see a depiction one way or another. Some creepy, monstrous, strange creature things, all done with pen. Very odd. Didn't do too much work on that. I gave up after a little bit. Oh yeah, there was me as a missionary, toting the Book of Mormon with my missionary name tag, my long coat, which, I admit I may have been the one to start that trend. It wasn't a trench coat, it was a dressy long coat that I left behind there, just in case someone else needed it. And the wrap of my outfit here, and this little bag that I carried. In Europe it's fine. Man purses just are things, right? Those thin little glasses. I don't know if I had glasses quite that thin. The hair. Oh man, if only my hair had ever looked quite that cool. But yeah, titled it Sifter because my name, when I would write it, sign it back then, Ciotti, looked like Siat, which in Latvian would have been Sifter, Siatais, to sift. Some attempts at feet, cartoony faces, different angles of faces, different angles reaching forward, and some rough shading, all with pen. Ninja Turtle. Really frustrated with how I just could not get. I had no guidance. I had never taken a real lesson on art or figure drawing, and so this whole idea of, I'd seen it where you draw like the circle for the head, the circle for the elbows, and whatever, but I just could not figure out how to do that. I started off so well with a cool picture of Raphael's face, and then gave up. I don't think these were based on anyone in particular. This hand looks pretty neat with that angle. Nice face. There's some color in the eyes. It's kind of fun. This image that I had thought of like Superman in a field where all these nuclear missiles were about to launch, and he was just looking up to where they were about to launch to because he was going to have to go stop them. It was just this epic scene. I don't know if it was Superman, but might as well have he could handle this. We know this stuff. We know this information. Missionaries saving the day. You know, I was always depicting missionaries as a little bit comic book superhero style. I drew several of the missionaries that I met in superhero style. So that's kind of fun. I don't know whose faces were these necessarily. I really like that I did some shading under the hair for that one, over the eyes. Tried to capture some hands in that angle, that, you know, that kind of, anyway, you know what I'm trying to do there. It didn't work out perfectly. Not sure who I was trying to draw. Oh, this is so cool. This is an example of the opposite. Usually I draw, and I don't want to ruin it by drawing eyes, so I just leave the eyes blank and white. But in this case, I started with the eyes and didn't want to ruin it, and so I didn't draw anything else. Check out how detailed that is. Super, super cool. This is probably done with a pencil, one of those click-out pencils that draws on graphite. Various cartoony ideas here, different figures trying to accomplish certain things. I'm not sure what all they were. This guy, man, could not help but love this guy. He was a mixed nationality gangsta in this little town on the shore of Latvia. He called himself G, and he had a gun here and a knife here because it was just so edgy. But this is kind of how he looked, right? He expressed to us that he could effectively rap in both English, Latvian, Russian, and Egyptian. And I was like, Egyptian? As in, like, it sounds like Egyptian, but he's part gypsy, and so he could speak Egyptian. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. That was the only time I'd ever heard of the gypsy language referred to as Egyptian. I love that. Really good English speaker. Didn't really get to hang out with us because he preferred just different activity than service. But we invited him. We did invite that gypsy guy, gypsy rapper, to help us. Yes, be still. Peace be still. The Savior stepping up on the edge of the boat, raising his hand and commanding the storm to stop. Really cool. I like the minimalist style look of his face. Really, really neat. And the wind whipping it, of course. And minimalist everything else in the background. Alright, some cartoony type characters. Really dig these. This is a fun style. Maybe I had seen this somewhere. I don't know, but I wish I would have tried some more of that stuff. Just to establish a character that I could repeat. I drew that same character in a slightly more realistic style here. Just kind of fun. Interesting look on her face right there. Oh, yeah, and I would say the second best portrait of my little sister singing. And this is based on a photo that I had. And it looks, I'm telling you, like, so close to her in so many ways. From the nose, to the eyes and eyebrows, to the mouth, and the hair. But really loved, I was picking up on some styles over the years and came up with a way to blend it into oblivion here with that shading. Let's see. These look like a couple of young salesmen or missionaries. They, have this very unique look here. I guess I did try to continue that style a little bit. The exaggerated large eyes, the exaggerated hard lines. Well, it's fun. Tried some interesting shading on the bangs here. Didn't do too much of that later on. This is so interesting how something happens. I noticed when I'm drawing. If I am drawing from a certain angle, I'm drawing it kind of skewed. So it'd be neat to like stretch this out in Photoshop and see what this face looked like. This pretty fun. Wow, those same little interesting characters. One has a gun, great. This person, interesting hair going on there. I really like this one. I like the angle I was trying to go for there, like the wind whipped hair in various shapes and stuff, covering up stuff I didn't want to draw anymore. All right, let's check out. Nice, self-portrait of style. Check it out. Pointy European shoes, ribbed, zip down black turtleneck, fitted shirt, tucked into jeans, messy curly hair. Didn't really ever achieve quite a style like that. Various interesting drawings. I was copying this one. This is a cute little like diminutized version of something I saw somewhere. Not sure what all these were trying to be. I like the hands, fingers interlaced shot there. That was pretty cool. Wind blowing a scarf away. This one I wish I would have completed. This is kind of a really cool style here. It's a little bit more sketchy, but it's still a little cartoony. And you know, she's about to accept the hand of someone to either dance or go somewhere. I'm not sure, but super neat. Definitely a lovely sight. I definitely could afford to go back and try recreating that. This was based on, I think, a photo of someone. Man, there's something high quality about that. I really loved how that turned out. Just beautiful. I don't remember where I saw this, but you know, the flower wreath in the hair, the bowl of something, probably organic. What else we got here? Oh yeah, some stretching, some attempts at that little minitized style here. Let's see what else I've got on the next page for you. It's interesting looking back on what I was attempting. Yeah, did not draw animals too much, but this sad little puppy says, "I'm Sniffy," which is adorable. I was apparently in 2011 or so. So I did come back and forth in here. Oh yeah, The Wrestler. Remember the movie The Wrestler? I got to watch some of that. Anatomy is all kinds of wonky. Adventure Time. Yeah, tried a realistic version of Finn the Human and Jake the dog there. It's kind of fun. But yeah, Wrestler is looking a little wonky in his torso. What else we got? Surely something else. Nothing else? Have I let it go? Oh, okay. Don't know who drew that. Possibly my wife. This is like a cute, like, central fire idea for this double room round house. This is 2011, so it's before we came to North Carolina, and the smoke is coming out of both sides, right? The fire's here. It goes all the way up this chimney. This person who's playing the violin is being told to shh, and he's a little shocked, like, oops, he didn't know. He may have been waking up the baby and the mother over there. It's such an adorable scene. It almost looks like I copied it because it's a different style. Look at the eyes. Super different style. But no, I think I was just leaving it minimal and not trying to draw a whole lot of detail in there. But I like the angle on him. That turned out really good. Angle on them, and just a cute scene. Not sure what I was designing for, but really fun. So that's it. That's the end of my second to last piece of art book for you that I was going to do a tour of. Maybe I'll show some more recent artwork that I've done. It usually has not been in a sketchbook, and so I will go back and fill those out some more and share some things in the future. But for now, subscribe if you want to see any more of my time lapses when I come out with those ones, any breakdowns of how I did layers in Photoshop, and any of these other art book tours, I would be happy to hear from you. Please comment below if you have any ideas or suggestions. I can make these more fun and interesting. Thank you guys. Check you out later.